Well, I'm Daniel. I'm the founder of BeamUp, also known as Your Open Metaverse, or it's the company behind Your Open Metaverse. And with Your Open Metaverse, we want to bring the metaverse into the hands of the many. That's how I choose to title this presentation. All right, let's start with a little backstory of how this all started. Well, this is me in 2013. I had an internship at a company that had a software tool that you can use during events. I saw a lot of boring slideshows, a lot of boring presentations, and in the meantime, I was hobbying with 3D modeling tools and the game engine. And I thought, let's bring these two together. You know, tell your story in a 3D world. So, yeah, I started Virtual Field on my own, yeah, I thought like, yeah, let's beat Prezi, basically. Next slide. Yeah, Virtual Field became Explain in 2014. Basically, the idea was that instead of having your 2D slides, you have your open canvas, basically, where you can put on 3D models, and then you can set camera perspectives, which are basically your slides. So the idea was basically that, yeah, you can turn your presentation into a memory palace. By using like a 3D world that, yeah, people remember the contents of your presentations better. So in order to beat Prezi, I sacrificed quite a lot. I was living at a student room of 8 square meters for a couple of years. Not really that long ago. Yeah, I was working as an online marketer for 4 days in the week, and then the rest of my time I spent on trying to explain a reality. Yeah, that was quite a challenge. You know, people come and people go. It's hard, you know, when you have no capital or like a network or experience for that matter. Yeah, it's difficult to to get something like this off the ground. Well, then I managed to convince Jorrit and Alex to join me on this crazy adventure. Yeah, I started to, I know Jorrit from a community, Students Inc. That's like entrepreneurs or a community of student entrepreneurs. And I told him very enthusiastically about Explain. You know, he had some skeptic. That was back in 2014. And then, yeah, I think starting beginning of 2019, I started to call Jorrit more and more because I know he is very good at, creating business plans, and he knows, what investors want to read. And then with the help of him, Jorrit helped me, develop the business plan, and instead of virtual presentations during your live event, we thought let's turn it around. Let's do your whole event in a virtual reality or virtual worlds. And then, after a while, also, Alex joined the company, and that created more focus and a lot less chaos. So then it became BeamUp. Yeah, with BeamUp, after like. I don't know what the English word for it is, but after the BV, after we set up the BV, a limited company, I think, very soon after that, we sold our first 4 projects and realized it back to back, including the first ever TEDx talks in VR with avatar speakers. You know, it was, it wasn't really perfect, but we had an interesting setup. We had like a tech stack from Russia with mats and sensors that you can put on your body. But oftentimes the legs of the speakers, of the avatars, they went to the shoulders, you know. So it was interesting. But beginning of 2021, we got innovation credit from the Rabobank, and we used that also to make a nice showcase with Harry Piekema, the Albert Heijn man, as he is known here in the Netherlands. So that was really awesome. We did like hundreds of, or 100 demos. Everyone was inspired and thought like, whoa, this is awesome that this is possible. But people, like there were no paying customers yet because people, found it hard to grasp. Next slide. Well, then this happened. Facebook rebranded to Meta, I think in October last year. Well, that gave us a boost because, we weren't fully Metaverse and people were like, what are you talking about, And now you have, Meta doing a lot of marketing for basically the concept of the Metaverse. Next slide. Summer of 2021, we started to work on integrating blockchain into our proposition. Jorrit has a background or has a lot of experience with crypto, we basically married them together. The Metaverse and blockchain. And we started to work on our tokenomics, talking to crypto investors, crypto VCs. And pretty soon after the whole Meta rebranding, we got a lot of traction. We got a lot of interested investors. And also Alex at NASDAQ, when we started working on Yom, things went very fast, after a long period of grinding, like almost 2 years together. So, what is the Metaverse? There's a lot of definitions, of course. Well, we see the Metaverse at Yom as like a future vision of an infrastructure and ecosystem that hosts a multitude of interconnected virtual experiences. So basically, you can compare it, or you can see it like as a 3D version of the internet. It's like an internet you can step into and really become a part of. Next slide. So when talking about the Metaverse, what you see, of course, I'm hanging around with a lot of enthusiasts, people that think this is awesome, and seeing a lot of people that are positive about this trend. But also on the internet, you can see a lot of people like scared or thinking like the Metaverse, it's owned by Facebook, or it's going to be like this dystopian vision where like a few people or like big tech controls everything, control our data, and we become addicted to the virtual world. We will lose touch of of nature, and basically something that disconnects us even more. So of course, with social media, that's of course something. It has some problems. Of course, people when they go to like an event, instead of enjoying like the music performance, you see people with like phones, filming everything or on their tablet, not being in the present anymore. And also, of course, there are a lot of there are downsides to social media. Of course, there are studies on that. So it's very understandable that people have these concerns. Aren't we going to be disconnected even more? Well, I believe that doesn't have to be the case. I think there's a lot of potential for the Metaverse, for social good. When I started with, Virtual Field or Explain, I was very enthusiastic about all the possibilities for storytelling, for education. Also, you don't have to travel, have to fly over like an amazing speaker like Jason Silva, but you can just beam him up in a cool virtual world. Some examples of what I think. We can imagine the Metaverse to solve social issues. Of course, reducing travel pollution and traffic congestion. I really believe that the Metaverse offers like new ways of problem solving, collaboration and governance. That's also why I started like a LinkedIn group, Metaverse Exploring, where we come together, and discuss the Metaverse basically. I think there's an opportunity to not have the pitfalls of social media or to minimize them. that has to do with this trend, the Web3. Okay, 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm almost done. Web3 is also a very popular term nowadays. It basically means that new social networks, search engines, and marketplaces are decentralized, built upon the blockchain. So it's not in the hands of the few, it's in the hands of the many. And that's what we want to do with YOM, with your Open Metaverse. We want to inspire like a grassroots movement for an open and ethical metaverse. Basically, your Open Metaverse. All right, so this this is our North Star. Yeah, I actually told this already. So basically, I can say it. So we imagine a sustainable reality where travel and consumption are virtual. A place where nationality, gender, race, or ethnicity no longer confine you, but instead are choices for you to make. So, and basically we want to empower creators. You know, don't want like people that want to give awesome presentations in 3D worlds. You know, to have all that, all the grinding that I endured over the last few years. It would be nice to really help creators also make money of their creations. Yes, so I started this LinkedIn group, Metaverse Exploring. It has now over 1,800 members. And what we do every week, we have a presentation of a CEO, a founder, or an expert. And it's about all these different things about concerning the metaverse. Every month we have a roundtable discussion. We did a roundtable discussion on metaverse economy, interoperability, and this in May it's going to be about governance, so the ethical concerns. And we're also doing like trips or exploring. So this was last night, just to give you an example of what is possible today.
Whoa. And there's the Lotus behind us.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So this is not built on YOM yet, but
it's easier with the flight mode on.
This yesterday I had this networking event where we just went from one world to the other. So this was like this meditation space where you can fly around, go into a Lotus, and yeah, I don't know how in VR it's really it blew my mind yesterday. So and this is all like a lot of these worlds are user created. I think the user created worlds are better than those of the platform.
It's either there we go.
Yeah, I was playing Cards Against Humanity yesterday.
Now you can join Milos. Cool. Oh yeah, see, it's like you and Okum are in the same place, and your names are like over each other.
I thought this was also pretty fun, you know, this world, and you can see the positions of where everyone was based. And this was like an NFT art gallery that we visited. I made a selfie here. So yes, that's what I basically do now all the time, you know. So everyone is welcome to join me. Also, you know, if you think like you can also access this via your PC, some instances also your mobile phone. So yeah, let's explore the metaverse and grow this whole industry together. Thanks.